The following is a presentation of Manatee Schools Television in association with TV production teachers and students.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Manatee Schools Television Game of the Week presentation. I am your host tonight, Frederick Stewart, the People's Champ, play-by-play and color commentary today, as we are at my alma mater, Lakewood Ranch, taking on the Bayshore Bruins. Special night already starting off, as they had me doing my patriotic duties, singing the national anthem. And now we're into some amazing basketball. Got two teams here, two underdog teams who are looking to, kind of make a point here. Not doing too hot in the season, but that still won't stop the bragging rights in this game as it gets right going. Lakewood Ranch going into their set here. Ball headed up by number 20, who passes off to number 13, Liam Salzo. Salzo swinging to the 4-4, losing control back the other way. Caden Friedman coming up the court, falls, and is going to get the traveling called on him. Kind of slipped on the court there in transition. See, wide open lane, two defenders coming in, picked it up, and fell. Lakewood Ranch back the other way, going into an action here. Some dribble handoffs into a screen. Illegal screen, so that's going to go the other way in favor of the Bruins. Looks like that's going to be called on number 20, Marco Usad, Mr. MU himself. Friedman coming down the court, swinging it to the wing. Back to the top of the key. Keyshawn Parham going all the way. A fierce attacker we've seen earlier this year. A guy who last time was Bayshore's driving factor in getting points. Last time we covered him. Ooh, the Mustangs putting a little James Harden out of his bag. Liam Salzo with the step back, shimmy sham, and knock down. Got a defender in the air, takes a step through and knocks down the bucket. Back the other way, Parham throwing it to the backdoor cut. Ooh, off the glass to Friedman. A little Showtime Laker there. As you see, no look, drops it off, he lays it up. Mustangs the other way, back into their action. Butler is gonna swing it over to 12. The Mungo loses control, regains it, kicks it back out to Butler. Butler gonna give it a 4, some more dribble handing off, uses the screen. Doesn't go anywhere with it, puts it back out. Mustangs crossing over, getting inside, great spin move, ball stripped away. Down the other way for the Bruins. Ooh, defender draped all on him, doesn't matter. Anthony putting it up for 2. Laker Ranch back down the court quickly. Doesn't decide to attack the basket. On the wing, swings it to the other side. Smith giving it to Marco. Marco to Liam for the jumper. Off the back iron. Rebounded by Parham. He's going to go back the other way. Swings it to Friedman. Friedman on the wing being guarded. Marco's going to take his look at the 3. Bang, bang, as he drops it in from beyond the tray. Friedman saw his defender, left him wide open, didn't put his hand up. Hand down, man down, and the bucket's good. Mustangs back the other way. Marco going to give it to Butler. Butler doing his work, kicks it out to the open man, but misses the pass. A little bit of miscommunication there. Man not ready, and the ball just out a little bit behind him. Bayshore 7-2, brought up by Keyshawn Parham, who throws it over. Looks like he's gonna use a screen, doesn't pass it, but finds a way with a nice little scoop lay after dropping the shoulder on his defender, creating a little separation. Back the other way for Lakewood Ranch. Marco looking for the pass. He passes it out to the open man. Off the top, fighting for the rebound. Friedman with a little James Brown spin. Gets the ball in transition, pushing it up the court. Finds him. Reggie Clemens taking the shot, but it doesn't count. Looks like we have a player on the ground here. Waved off by the ref as they go check in on him. A great game so far, a lot of action back and forth. You're gonna see some of the big names that we've covered. This is our first time here at Lakewood Ranch covering the Mustangs, and also our first time covering the Mustangs. Some of the big names you want to look out for on Bayshore are Caden Friedman and definitely Keyshawn Parham. He was, last time we saw him, Keyshawn Parham was the driving factor for this Bayshore Bruins team, as he scored all the points, I believe, at their home game against Palmetto, which was a very difficult game for that team. It was a very lopsided victory for Palmetto, but still the Bruins found a way to fight. And it's good now that a young man's getting back on his feet, being able to hop back to the bench assisted by his coaches. And action's coming back into play as they sub him out for number 33, Wes Henry. His first time touching the court. Keyshawn Parham tasked with throwing this one out. He's going to elect the easy route and give it to Friedman. Friedman sizing him up, takes the defender, swings over to Clemens. Clemens over to Anthony. Parham jab stepping, dancing, step back, doesn't take the shot, tries to cut back door, doesn't get the pass. They give it to the big man down low. He gets him off his feet, cannot finish at the rim. Back the other way for the Mustangs as they're taking the slow approach coming down. 13, Liam swings it over. to Marco. Marco goes all the way, hits the lane, cannot finish. Back the other way, Parham with the rebound. He's attacking. Gives it to Clemens. Clemens to Friedman. I'm sorry, excuse me, Anthony to Friedman. Friedman at the top of the key. Looking, dancing. Clemens, defender on him, Friedman, top of the key. Back to Parham, who comes out to shoot the three, and it's good. Another amazing jumper from beyond the arc from Parham, as he's been finding a way to find himself open off the backdoor cuts. In screens on the backside. Parham trying to deliver some amazing defense. The Mustangs move the ball around. Jumping in, hop-stepping into the defender. He's going to get the foul call there. Number 23, James Butler, one of the starters on this Mustang team. And he got the foul call. Using that hop step to control the defenders, knowing they were getting away, knowing they put their hands in the cookie jar, and now he's going to get some free shots at the line. Takes one. It falls in. A substitution as the Mustangs bring in number 30, Bogdan Galevitsky. Please, I tried my best to pronounce that one, and we're going to get the first timeout of this matchup here. The Bruins coming in and starting off quick, 12-4. Bayshore has been elite at attacking the basket and definitely have had some great presence around the perimeter. And not only to mention that, but they've been doing a really good job of defending, getting that ball out of defenders' hands on the defensive side and back into easy buckets in transition. Some great off-the-ball play from Keyshawn Parham, who keeps finding himself open to be assisted on the three. And also, we saw that amazing backdoor cut from Caden Friedman earlier as well, which Parham assisted him. So it's almost like a you scratch my back, I scratch yours situation. Friedman receives the ball from Mr. Reggie Clemens as he comes up. Ooh, picked there by the Mustang defender. Friedman gonna give it back to Clemens. Clemens swings it back to Friedman. Some backside action as Anthony gets the ball, gets it taken. The Mustangs are out running, and they're gonna get that foul there as two Bear defenders, Bruin defenders, come closing in. We're gonna inbound this one. 23 looking to score, looking to shoot, gets trapped in the corner, and they're gonna call a foul, say he hit the arm. Two quick fouls here for the Bruins as the Mustangs march on to try to get to the bonus so these fouls can start converting into some free shots. Passing the ball in, Liam. He's gonna swing it over to James Butler, who puts up a jumper. Doesn't go. Liam gets the rebound and puts it back up. Putting on his cape and saving the day, Superman Liam. Jumps up, and in the same breath, on the falling down, back off balance, puts it back up and in. It's nothing but net. Anthony tries his luck at the three. Does not hit. And they're gonna call a foul on number 33, Wes Henry. Saying he bumped him down there a little bit. And they're making a substitution here. Number 10, Matthew Ribble, coming in for the Bruins. He's actually inbounding the ball, drops it off to 30, Alex Cassell, who gives it to Friedman. Friedman back to Parham. Parham attacking the basket, tries to get under, cannot. He's wide open again. Doesn't make him pay this time, but tries to fight to grab the rebound. The Mustangs back the other way. Swings it to the open man, cannot hit. And that ball is rebounded by Ribble. Back the other way from Parham. Tried to catch the big man, hitting the back. Mustangs the other way. Loses control, gets the foul on the end. That's something that this Mustang team has been really good at, is creating that contact with defenders. They know that the Bruins are being a little bit more aggressive than usual and they're using that against them by attacking the basket, making guys have to guard you, and making guys instinctively not put their hands up and put their hands on you, and the ref's going to call that every time. A sub again for Bayshore as they bring in number 23, Khalil Hobson. And shooting at the line here, number 20, Marco Ustalat, I believe. Please, I tried my best. You can't say I didn't try. Parm with a little shake and bait, tries to go in, kicks it back out to him. He goes inside, gives it to the backside man, Reggie Clemens, and he's going to finish. As you see, another no look from Keyshawn Parm. He's really putting on a show, seeing guys without using his eyes. Big man going to work, he kicks it out. Lakewood Ranch dancing on the perimeter, takes a dribble and takes a jumper, doesn't go. Ball rebounded by the Bruins. They're trying to air it out. And, oh, they do to Parm on the three. In and out. But the rebound was scored by the Bruins. Tried to go again. Now they're fighting for the ball on the ground. They get it. And the and one play after the scramble, after the scraping and scrambling on the ground by number 10, Matthew Ribble. (14-7) with a chance to extend it to 15-7 here in the first quarter with only 1:08 to go. Matthew Ribble coming off the bench, putting together a solid string of work so far, rebounding for the team, and not only rebounding, but scoring some baskets and hustling. And that's what you like to see from guys off the bench. You know, they may not be in for long, but the time you are in, can you impact the game? Misses that one off the back iron, but they get the rebound anyway. Friedman looking, directing, getting trapped, travel violation. Mustangs are going to take control of the ball here. Inbounded by Liam. Number 23, James Butler, bringing it up the court, guarded by Ribble. Back to Liam, he's looking, he does a spin. He likes that shot, and I like it too. It goes off the spin. Mean there gets his defender going one way, says I'm not going there anymore, and takes a pivot right back at him as the Bruins drop a bucket on the other side. Ooh, bringing the ball, bringing the game to Europe. Friedman taking that Euro step and finishing. And they're going to get another foul here. Foul's called on number 10, Ribble. 5 fouls here for Bayshore, which is going to slowly but surely get them closer and closer to this bonus. 38.3 seconds left in this first quarter. Again at the line, Marco. Misses. Looking again. Shoots. Goes 1 for 2. Friedman coming up the court. Being guarded heavily all the way down. He's dancing. Swings over to Ribble. Ribble to the corner man. And that one was broken up by James Butler. Who tapped it out of bounds. So the Bruins going to get the ball here. Inbounded to Friedman. Friedman trying to find the man on the three. Fights back his mistake, does not get the turnover. Gives it to the big man on like a bowling pass. And the big man's going to get himself a foul. Again, this Bayshore Bruins team, one of the big things that they do very well is passing. You see they're not afraid to give up the ball, not afraid to give up the rock. When they attack the basket, they know that the defense is going to close in, and they pass it out, and they have guys who are finishing, whether it be on the pick and roll, whether it be on the back screen cuts. They got guys who can make that read and have guys who can see the read, and before you know it, before the defense even has a chance to adjust, they're already scored the basket. Big man missing both at the line. They get the steal.
with 7 seconds and counting, and the Mustang's going to steal as well. Stopping at the line, popping. Liam does not get it to go, and they're going to call a foul on the putback. So that's going to count there for number 4, Jaden Smith. Who's going to get his shots, as the coaches are going to, instead of filling the box, they are going to instead elect to get into a meeting. I think they're waiting on a couple more players to fill the box, I think. Or not. Jaden Smith shooting his free throws. Kind of a man alone in the arena right now. He's just kind of there. You know, it's almost, he's like a chill guy. You know, he's just a guy who's just coming to do his work. And he handles his business, going 2 for 2. And they're going to play out the last 0.3 seconds. And they're going to throw up an amazing air ball, which is going to touch the wall. And with that, we go into the second quarter, 18-12. Some notes of the game right now. Lakewood Ranch really needing to step up their turnovers here. They've had a lot of turnovers on the other side, whether it be on this side of the court or on that side of the court, and that's led to a lot of second chance points for this team. Also, got to get better on both sides with the free throw shooting. You cannot be missing free throws, especially in a close game like this. Some good notes for Bayshore. Great pressure on the team by attacking the basket. That's something that they do very well. Attacking the basket, whether it be Friedman going in off the ball, off the dribble, off the screen, Parm coming off the screen. Also, one of the great things they're doing as well is they have vision. They can see guys. If a guy hits a backdoor screen, Parm's no looking, dropping it magic style. If a guy is out at the 3, Friedman's dropping it on him, magic style. So that's something that this team's done very well. And also, they've handled some of their business at the line. We'll be right back. Once they come back, I'm going to take a quick drink of water. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the MSTV Game of the Week presentation. You join us as the Bayshore Bruins have a 6-point lead over Lakewood Ranch Mustangs in their home court, as Parm gets that ball called out of bounds on himself as it taps off his knee. Oh, nope, they're going to say it tapped off a defender for Lakewood. So they're going to get this one right back. Ribble going to try to alley-oop it to Parm over the defender, but that time they're going to call it out on him. And the Mustangs are going to get a chance to lead off the second quarter here. Getting some baskets, dancing all the way there behind the back, kicks it out to Jaden Smith. As Bogdan steps his way through the lane to the easy lay. Shakes the defender out of his drawers right there, and one step finish at the cup. Good play by Bogdan. Back the other way for the Mustangs. They elect to attack a lot more aggressive in transition, and it's paying dividends already. You can see pump fakes the defender, gets him off his feet, finishes through the contact. That's a recipe for success. Pushing the rock in transition, making guys have to play and not get lazy. Parm the other way, doesn't go. It's under the defender's legs, so he falls. And they're going to call a timeout here to slow the game down a little bit. But as you see, Lakewood Ranch kind of getting more aggressive here in transition. And that's something we didn't see in the first quarter. They were a lot more sluggish, a lot more slow pace with the ball. That could have been the game plan. Maybe the coach sees now, we got to make these guys run. They aren't getting back. They're getting lazy. So guess what? We're going to go attack. And one of the things that these kids have to learn at the high school level is to have a bag of moves in the paint. Everyone has a bag with dribbles and handles and all that good stuff. But where's your hop step game? Where's your pump fake game down low? Where's your follow through? Where's your finishing? That's what's going to be most important to these kids at this level. Because 9 times out of 10, if you pump fake, the kid's going to jump in the air. You jump into him. Worst thing that happens, you get to go to the free throw line. Right? That's a little tip out. Bruins get it in quick to Clemens. Clemens back to Friedman. Friedman looking back to Clemens. Clemens going to go to work, putting that big man shoulder on him. Gets it blocked by the Mustangs. They're back the other way. Running down court. Marco's asking for it. He dumps it off and then ducks back door on the defender. They're going to call it Lakewood Ranch Mustangs way. And again, you see the Mustangs really starting to get in motion here, attacking that basket, really making guys have to be aware at all times. Backdoor cuts and screens. They're going to pass it in to Butler. Butler dancing with a low man on him, cuts through 2 defenders. Can't finish at the line. Parham with a behind the back. He's going to go to the line, dance a little bit. Oh my goodness. Almost got a defender out of his shoes. Drops it off to Friedman. And he's going to drop it like it's hot into the rim for 3. Back the other way. Even the big man dancing out there with a couple moves. Mustangs throw the pump fake. Marco tries to go in, gets the ball stripped. Friedman tried to pick it up and one style. Doesn't work. Flips it over to Parham, who misses the 3. Ball goes out on the Mustangs on the rebound. I like what I'm seeing from the Mustangs here. The attempts, although they aren't going right now, the game is still long and it's not that much of a margin. They're swinging it into the big man, who's going to give it to Clemens. Clemens back to Parham, who's being guarded by Butler. Friedman looking, picks up his dribble, gives it to Parham. Parham jab stepping in between. Almost got the screen, didn't use it. Back to Clemens on the wing, who's going to give it to Parham again. A lot of outside ball here, no screens. Not really too many cuts. Doesn't use a screen. He's just going to attack him straight up, jump right in his chest and get the foul. Not really too much screens or motion on that last drive, we'll say, for lack of a better term. So Parham himself said he's going to attack the defender, hit him right in his chest. He brought his hands down. The ref's going to call it. And now he's taking a free, all-expense-paid trip to the free throw line. Cashing out for 1. Let's see if he can cash out for 2. Looking, shoots, and he does. 2 for 2. Back the other way, Liam. Bringing it down, Marco. Giving it to Bogdan. Back to Butler. Back to Smith. Back to Bogdan on the 3. Coming around. Doesn't go. Rebounded by Parham. He's back the other way on the ring. Being guarded by Butler. Goes past him. Walks it into the basket. An easy bucket for him. He blew right past the defender. The big man jumped in the middle of the air, and he walked right past him. The other way, Butler trying to pull something out of his bag. Tries to get the rebound. Doesn't go. Ball is tipped outside by Bogdan. So the Bruins are going to get it the other way. Friedman coming up. Swings it over to Ribold. Ribold to inside to Clemens. They're going to give it back to the big man. And he's going to fumble. It's going to go the other way. The touchdown pass the other way. Liam pops it. And it goes over the basket, off the backboard, out of bounds. Something we've seen the Mustangs struggle with on this side is three-point shooting. They've taken a lot of them. They have not finished that many at this point. Trying to shoot the double team right there. Bruins avoid that. Ribold drops it off to the big man down low. He's going to give it back to Clemens. Clemens back to Friedman. Friedman, defender on him, doesn't get a screen. Clemens ripping through, looking, gives it to Friedman, kind of bobbled the pass there. and gets run over by Jaden Smith, so they're going to call that one. Ball's going to be kicked out by Parm to Friedman. Friedman coming in, being guarded, protecting that ball there with his body. Gives it to Parm. Parm with a man on him, looking at the big man, peeking. He's going to drop it down to him. He knows he's hungry. He's ready to eat. He wants that lasagna. He wants the lasagna, doesn't get it. Hits off the tip of the iron, but he's going to get an all-expense-paid trip to the free throw line. Number 30, Alex Cassell, a big man we've seen putting some work in down low. Not afraid to get the ball and also not afraid to work down there and fight for rebounds as well. Shooting at the free throw, he goes for one. Going to see some substitutes on the Lakewood Ranch side. Rating number 5, Jadon Richmond. Crowd eats up, and Cassell goes 2 for 2, 8+ on the test for free throws, and they're going to sub him out. Khalil Hobson coming back into the game for the Bruins. And both teams with a little bit smaller lineups now. Down the court, Liam looking. Swings it over to Smith. Smith's going to kick it out to Butler. Butler drives in, kicks out, back to Smith on the 3. Bang! Knocks it down, giving his team a little spark. Back the other way for the Bruins. Parm looking. Doesn't see what he likes, backs the ball back out. They're going to go into a play. Parm feinting the attack. Back to Boro. Back to him again on the backdoor cut. Anthony and Clemens on the 3 himself off the tip of the iron. And that rebound's going to be fought over, but Marco's going to be the victor. Back the other way for Richmond. The Mustangs being guarded very closely by Ribble. Liam getting the piece of it, attacking spin move off the back. He's definitely going deep into his bag of tricks there. Trying to get defenders off balance. Parm drops it over to Clemens. Clemens fumbles it. And they're going to call that one out in favor of the Mustangs. Richmond down the court being guarded by Anthony. Butler attacking, hop steps through the lane. Ooh, lays it up with the right off the glass. That's a play you want to see there. He sees the space, he jumps into it, and a great finish using the glass as his friend. Foul on the other end in favor of the Bruins, as we see Parm at the line again. Keyshawn Parm, who's been a big help in this game, knocking down a bunch of threes, attacking the basket, and also getting himself a couple assists. Missing his first free throw. Coming into the game for Lakewood Ranch, number 14, Magno De Almeida, excuse me. Butler back down the court. Looking, attacks again. Big frame, throws it up. And they're gonna call it an and one. Butler, who's kind of a, like a wide, stocky kid there, finding his calling by attacking the space that the Bruins are leaving. They're leaving a gap of space on the back line, no big man to defend. They have a smaller lineup. He's attacking the basket, using his body, getting the space, and finishing off the glass. And he looks to complete the and one play here at the line. In and out. The ball is rebounded by the Bruins. Friedman back down the court, looking, dancing, a little showmanship. Getting surrounded by defenders, doesn't matter. Jumps in anyway and gets the and one play coast to coast for Friedman. Look at that, and one. Got guys off the ground. Almeida with his hands coming down on him. and they're going to call that. So right back at them. They're going to get the and one themselves, the Bruins. Friedman looks to complete the play here, and he does, increasing this lead to 7. Back the other way for the Mustangs. They give it to the hot hand. Butler looking to turn the corner, kicks out to Liam. Liam from the same spot he made it earlier. Another 3 knocked down. And Laker Ranch has cut this lead to 3. Closest it's been in this game so far. Back the other way. Stepping through the lane, Hobson finding a basket. Almost like mining for gold, just finds a basket out of nowhere. Splits 2 defenders, lays it up with the right. Liam with the ball in his hand in his hot spot. He's dancing, kicks it to Butler. We know what Butler wants to do. He wants to attack the basket. Gives it to Almeida. Liam from way deep. Almeida with his rebound though. He's gonna pull up from the side, doesn't get it. Back the other way, he's chasing them down. Guards him all the way. Great defense by Almeida to recover. They're gonna call it a jump ball. Great recovery by Almeida. Even though he didn't make the shot, he tried to get the rebound and then stalked Friedman all the way down, kind of causing him to throw up that little layup attempt there, heavily contested, which turned into a jump ball in the Mustangs' favor. Butler's gonna get it, guarded by Anthony. He's gonna swing it over to Liam. Liam, back to Butler at the top of the key. Butler's attacking, steps back, pops. Doesn't go. Ball hit out of bounds by Parham. Liam's going to be inbounding this in as we bring back in the big man, number 30, Alex Cassell. Drops it over. Almeida going to work, being guarded by Hobson. Liam doesn't shoot, looks. A little shake and bake from Richmond. They're going to call a traveling violation. Full timeout here called by the Bruins. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a special day. You know why this is a special day? It's not a special day because it's almost feels like, you know, the North Pole in Florida right now. It's extremely cold. I'm wearing a sweater and a beanie. But no, it's a special day because we have the MTC, Manatee Technical College crew out here working this game with us today. We like to send a big shout out to everyone who's a part of that program, who's really helping put this amazing broadcast together. We really appreciate the collaboration between them and MSTV. And we also like to thank all of our high school students who still show up and, you know, provide this amazing service, and they get this amazing training, and they provide this amazing view to all of our viewers who watch, because without them, we wouldn't exist. We wouldn't be able to bring you such great basketball from Manatee County. So we like to thank everyone who has a hand in this and who's involved in bringing you this amazing MSTV production. Seven seconds and counting, a fade or three, doesn't go, rebounded. They're fighting, Hobson tries to get his piece of it. And a prayer thrown up in the air, falls out of bounds. 32-26, Bayshore Bruins up right now going into halftime. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with more amazing basketball action on the Manatee Schools Television Game of the Week presentation. Don't go anywhere.
So today, actually at 8 different elementary schools, we're celebrating First Responders Day with Food Nutrition Services is hosting firemen to come in and have a free lunch and a free cookie and just be with the kids, and it's really exciting for them. And I know that at different schools they've made thank you cards and posters, and I think we might even get a little singing celebration. Thank you. Good to let children see adults also giving appreciation and thanks. It's important that they see us doing that so they can also know how to do that in the future, and also to see all those different careers and build relationships with those first responders in the community. We've done this for a few years, and it's been a school here and a school there, and this year I wanted to just maybe make it a little bit bigger and try it at some different schools. So we kind of looked for schools that had a fire station close by and invited those firefighters to come join us. Obviously our first focus is on students, and this is a great combination of engaging our community and letting the students engage our community. The firemen get some joy out of it, our staff, food service gets joy out of it, and the students obviously get joy out of it. So it's a win-win all around. So today, actually at 8 different elementary schools, we're celebrating First Responders Day with Food Nutrition Services is hosting firemen to come in and have a free lunch and a free cookie and just be with the kids, and it's really exciting for them. And I know that at different schools they've made thank you cards and posters, and I think we might even get a little singing celebration. Thank you. Good to let children see adults also giving appreciation and thanks. It's important that they see us doing that so they can also know how to do that in the future, and also to see all those different careers and build relationships with those first responders in the community. We've done this for a few years, and it's been a school here and a school there, and this year I wanted to just maybe make it a little bit bigger and try it at some different schools. So we kind of looked for schools that had a fire station close by and invited those firefighters to come join us. Obviously our first focus is on students, and this is a great combination of engaging our community and letting the students engage our community. The firemen get some joy out of it, our staff, food service gets joy out of it, and the students obviously get joy out of it. So it's a win-win all around.
You probably think about one of the modes being just pushing the mic and talking. And that's called voice or phone. It's just a term, an oldie term they use. But that's one of the more common modes, is people want to talk to each other.
Amateur radio is the original STEM hobby.
I stretched it out.
Back in 2016, I got my amateur radio license, and then I got more involved in the local club. Then I became a teacher. It's my 4th year teaching. And I said, wow, is there any way I can introduce amateur radio to the students? During my 3rd year teaching, I started the process rolling. Part of that process is establishing a club. And the club isn't just an after-school club, it's an amateur radio club. We have our own call sign, we have our own station. I was able to get a grant from the ARRL for $2,000 to get us started on the equipment. And then it was just a matter of engaging with the principal and other admins to formally create the student club and then recruit some kids to join.
I think it's really cool. It's about amateur radio and how do they work and how do you use them and all those sort of things. I'm glad that this exists so I have something fun to do, and there's some nice people in here too.
I thought it was cool that you can transmit and send messages to all around the world rather than just a concentrated area. So you can make connections to other people. You can probably make a group around the world, and I thought that's pretty awesome.
For these students, I want to get them interested in not only the hobby, but the technology behind it. There's computer components, there's certainly electrical engineering components, there's social components, and then it's also preparing for a license that they can get through a license exam, and there's no age limitation. You can be any age and get this license. So I intend to get as many of these kids licensed in the next 12 months as possible. There's just so much radio in use all around us. I believe it's important to have amateur radio as a persistent entity, and this is what I can do in the community to feed the next generation of amateur radio operators. So.
We started using the Zello program last year, which is a statewide program for career education for kids to go in and explore the different careers. Our goal is to have them future ready by the time they graduate, and this just gives them little nuggets and pieces of information to put together throughout their school years in Manatee County, and then by the time they get to their senior year, they can make an educated decision as to what careers they really want to pursue. I took the Zello data that we gathered, which kind of gives me a look at the different careers these kids at this school are interested in, and then I made a list and started going through trying to get those careers here at the school. Last year we started with 5th grade and it was super successful, and so this year we moved and included 4th grade as well.
Run behind whatever you want to catch, throw it around it just like that, and then you got it. And then, this end is connected to the saddle one.
I give them a piece of paper with all of the different careers that we have coming that day, and then they go through and they mark which ones they would like to see in order of 1 to 5. So today we have 10 presenters, and they are only going to visit their top 3.
Yes, you want to stay low so you can see and breathe the air because the smoke will rise.
I started with a career lesson in all the 4th and 5th grade classes, and we kind of talked about that. Little pieces will help you educate yourself throughout your school years, and then we talked about all the different avenues that you can take to gain the knowledge you need for that career. They all have their own unique schedule for them, and they are learning how to transition and rotate and read their schedule and go from area to area on their own, which is preparing them for middle school. And one of my favorite quotes is, "Find a job you love and you'll never work a day in your life." And so I told the kids, focusing on the money, of course, that's, everybody wants to know how much a career makes, but really, if you find that job that you absolutely love, you get to go to work instead of having to go to work, and that's where they can find true happiness with their career choice.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the MSTV Game of the Week presentation. We have an amazing close back-to-back battle out here on the ground as we're in my alma mater, Lakewood Ranch. Mustangs versus the Bayshore Bruins. The Bayshore Bruins handling business so far in the first and second quarter, but now the Mustangs putting on a stampede as they look to fight their way back into the game. Only down 6, coming off their explosive production and transition. Let's see what they do now in the second half. Ball's going to be inbounded out by Bayshore first by one of their star players on the team. Number 3 himself, the big 3, Keyshawn Parham. And he's wasting no time. He a point fiend, he a point mastermind as he keeps dropping in buckets for this team well into the double digits. Back the other way for the Mustangs. Liam's gonna swing it to Butler, someone we've seen do a lot of work for this team. Gonna give it out to Smith. Smith back to Liam. Liam off the wing. Does not knock down the ball. It airballs itself out of bounds. Back the other way. The Bruins running down the court, wasting no time. Parham with a signature no-look, kicks it out to Anthony, and that's a 3. Wide open, no-looks him. Magic Johnson, knockdown bucket. Smith for the Mustangs, back the other way. Liam gives it back to Smith. He's wide open in the corner, takes his time, but cannot find the basket. The big man, number 33, Wes Henry, gets his first bucket to the game off the putback. Keyshawn Parham coming down the court here for the Bruins. Gives it to Friedman. Friedman to Anthony. Anthony almost gets the ball taken. Back to Parham. Butler guarding. Clemens gives it back to Parham. He cuts back door, drops it off to the big man, Cassell. Cassell gets fouled down low by 33, Henry. Or by number 20, I believe he held up. Marco. And they're going to swing it back to Cassell on the inbound. He's going to give it back to Friedman. Friedman ducking in. Kicks it out. Anthony's open again from the tray. Doesn't knock it down. Ball snagged down by Liam. He's back up the court, taking it up himself. Guarded by Friedman. He's going to give it to Butler. Butler wastes no time. Cuts in, ducks it off to Henry. Henry can't finish, gets his own rebound. Back off the glass. The big man putting in work. Misses the first. Says, nah, I want seconds. And finishes at the rim. Friedman throws it to Casper. And that one goes out of bounds. The Mustangs are gonna take control in possession as Friedman had his mind playing tricks on him. Tried to throw it to, I believe that was Anthony on that side, but he just wasn't there. Liam controlling the time and the tempo. Knocks down a jumper right in his defender's face. Look at this little cha-cha. Step off, pulls up, finds a way to find that shot whenever he wants it. Friedman dumps it to Anthony, who gives it to the big man Cassell, and he gets it rejected out of bounds. Not playing around. Henry starting to come alive in the second half of the game. Ball being inbounded by Anthony. Anthony's looking, gives it to Parham. Didn't have many options there. Parham jab stepping. A little ballet, takes him. Pulls up, defenders draped all on him. Ball gets smacked. Anthony gets the rebound to Cassell. Cassell on the inside. Tries to dump off the pass to Clemens, but it rolls out of his hands and out of bounds. Mustangs control. Back the other way. Butler is going to let Liam bring it down. Last time we saw a little cha-cha from him. I wonder what we'll see now. A little stutter step. Spins out. Drops it. Goes into the corner to Smith. Smith back to Marco. Marco back to Liam. Smith, guarded, takes the big man, but travels. That little stutter step right there, if he would have just took the ball, ripped and went, he would have had him. But that stutter step right there is going to make the ref call the travel every time. Friedman dumping it off to Clemens at the top of the key. 4-on-4 action here as they give it back to Friedman. Parm tries to dribble through, loses control. Ball picked up by Henry. He dumps it off to Marco. Marco gives it to Smith. Back to Henry on the inside. Gives it to Marco. Great transition basketball from the Mustangs here. Everybody getting a piece of the rock and everyone spreading the wealth at the basket. Bruins attacking as Friedman dumped it off to Castle. And he could not finish. Liam being guarded by Parm, taking him all the way. Looked like he tried to go to his signature, but tripped. Butler going the inside, throws the spin, throws the pump. Doesn't get it to go. Almost climbs over a defender's back, trying to get the rebound there. And the Bruins are going to get it back the other way. Looked like Butler might have hurt himself a little bit on that athletic play he pulled. Parm going to take full advantage. Pulls the three from way back, off the mark. Back the other way. Mustangs. Liam bringing it up the court, gives it to Smith. Back to Liam. A little stutter. A step through pull-up jumper. It's okay. Smith has his back and cleans up his mess as he tried to take a step through James Harden-esque pull-up jumper from the three. Smith gets the rebound. Back the other way. They're fighting for the ball. Mustangs. Oh, Butler trying to do a little and one pass, gets it intercepted. Parm said, let me show you how it's done. Drops it off into the dunker spot to Friedman. No look, Magic Johnson. Something you see a lot of from this Bayshore team. Clemens is gonna get the rebound off the iron on that side, and Anthony's gonna be the one to push the ball up, gives it to Friedman. Friedman looking. Swings it over to Anthony. Anthony back to Parm. Parm fakes the three. 3-second violation for the Bruins in the paint, so the Mustangs are going to get the easy walk, pass, go, and possession of the ball as they sub out the big man, Cassell, and bring in Hobson and also Ribble. My goodness, using his shoulder like Derrick Henry tries to get inside. The ball goes the other way. Ooh, Butler with an amazing block, rises up and still hustling afterwards. What a great block by Butler there on a defensive transition. Came out of nowhere like Randy Orton. Still finds a way. The Bruins do the finish. Back the other way from Lakewood Ranch. Smith gonna give it to Marco on the corner. He's gonna give it back to Smith. He doesn't want it. Butler back the other way. They don't want it. They give it to Liam. And he wants it. Drops in the bucket, nothing but net. Ready to shoot, sees a shot, and takes it and hits. Easy transition bucket for Anthony on the side for the Bruins. Oh, and another, oh! Misses the rebound there. Missed it by this much, just a little hair sliver he missed it by. But that's okay. They still have possession of the ball. 39-43, a 4-point lead for the Bruins, so not much different than half. Only kind of cut it now by 2. Liam in the corner, looking to get hot. Ooh. They're gonna say that number 33, Wes Henry, bumped his defender in the back there, erasing his shot that he put up, and add another foul to the total. Bruins back the other way. Parm as the Mustangs go for a full court. The Bruins take full advantage. Friedman dumping it off to Hobson, and Hobson doing what you should do, pump fake, get kids off the ground, and doesn't make the shot, but hey, you get a free trip to the free throw line. believe this is Hobson's first time we've seen him at the free throw. And, yep, it looks like they're going to be sitting down Wes Henry. I believe that's his third or fourth foul, trying to save him for that fourth quarter. He's been very productive down low. Bringing into the game number 30, Bogdan, and number 14, Almeida. Hobson shoots, misses both. Almeida gets the rebound, goes to Liam. He sees something he likes down court. Butler gonna pop the tray, doesn't go. And Almeida tried to volleyball, hit it back inside, but goes out of bounds. Keyshawn Palm coming down the line here, directing traffic as he gets picked up by Butler. Uses the screen. Butler gets past it easily. Palm messing up his dribble a little bit. Gonna kick it off the 5-man top of the key. Gonna give it to Ribble. Ribble's gonna give it to Anthony. Anthony's gonna give it back to Palm, guarded by Butler, dancing. He's gonna take him. Tries to jump into him. Maybe try to get the call, doesn't work. A little no look there, and he runs into the referee, Liam. He's not happy with the situation. Ref out there setting screens. He need to be playing for the Buccaneers. He's out there blocking players. Back the other way. Anthony wastes no time, attacks the basket, can't finish. And they're gonna fly down to Butler, who's gonna go up in the air, get the and one. Definitely what the doctor ordered for the Mustangs. They need that one right there. It's gonna cut this lead to 3 with a potential to cut it to 2 as they send them to the line. James Butler, a big contributing piece of this Mustangs team, especially offensively. And we've seen him show his skills defensively. Liam shows his skills, getting a pick at an opportune time, dumps it off to Marco, who's gonna easily step his way into 2 points in the transition. And they're back the other way, the Bruins. Friedman, wide open lane to the basket. Gets the late foul call, as this game is only within 1 point now. Something that you see with this Bruins team, they do what they call getting the ball out of the net. As soon as the ball hits the net, they're there ready to take advantage. One of the things they've been doing all game, and something that you see a lot, is that they may not have the most talented team. They may not have the most athletic team, but they are gonna run. They're gonna run up and down the court. They're gonna hustle up and down the court, and they have vision. So guys are already running to their spots. Guys like Caden Freeman at the line, Keyshawn Palm, they're gonna see him, they're gonna dump the ball off. And they're gonna see the open man and feed him. Back the other way. Oh my goodness. Bogdan bringing a little Euro to the game. Marco pulls up the threes, not good. Ball goes out of bounds. Mustang control. This game is tied up. We could potentially see the Mustangs take the lead, I believe, for the first time in this game. 5.5 seconds left on the clock, plenty of time to make something happen. They're gonna give it to Bogdan. He's open, he's looking, he gives it to Butler. Butler gives it to Liam, Liam pops the tray. Off the mark on the back iron. This game is tied up going into the 4th. Something you may have not expected to see, but this Mustang team catching a little bit of fire. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with more MSTV Game of the Week.
watched them film on these games, they were finding holes, they were getting the runners on, and they were scoring the runners. So if you stick to that plan, should be able to get some damage done.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the MSTV Game of the Week presentation as we have this amazing Good Samaritan helping out the production. Thank you, sir. My clipboard fell on the ground. He picked it up for me. He knows I have a lot of mileage on my knees after playing football. Trying to help an old dog out here as we get back into this amazing game. Lakewood Ranch tying it up with their last drive with a little bit more energy in the crowd now. The energy in the team. Butler looking, spins, bumps inside, and gets the and one. Great job. Look at Butler staying on his pivot, getting into the defender's chest and finishing. That's what you like to see. That's great basketball on the inside. That's what's going to separate you from the average high schooler and take you into that college level. James Butler, who's been putting on a spree so far, really attacking the paint, really putting pressure on the Bruins here as that ball was last touched by Bayshore, so they didn't give it to the Mustangs. But through that pressure, he's made this defense have to adjust, which has opened up shots for their three-shooter, Liam Scalzo. Marco going in. Gets the open look, can't finish Parham, and the Bruins running. Another no look to Friedman. It's his signature trademark at this point. He has that no look patented, uses his eyes to get defenders where he wants them to be and frees up his men. Ball to Bogdan. Bogdan taking his chance, goes on the inside, gives it to Butler, kicks it back to Liam. Liam uses the screen, elbow jumper, kind of off balance with it. Doesn't matter, Almeida gets the rebound. Oh, tried to get two there, couldn't finish through the first one and couldn't recover the second. Arm, inbounds it to Friedman. Friedman coming up, being guarded by Liam. Clemmings giving it to Parham on the wing. Dumps it off to Anthony. Sidesteps the defenders, but the pass gets broken up by Bogdan. It's going to go out of bounds, but the Bruins are going to be the ones inbounding it here. Anthony looking, going to give it to Parham after not really finding that many choices. Parham's going to give it to Friedman. Friedman's going to use the little screen that Parham sets for him. Tries to join the Jelly Fam club, doesn't work. Parham gets a steal off the glass for the Bruins. Autumn lacking, took that, and then laid that. Butler going in, hop stepping, can't finish this time. They get the rebound, 2 rebounds from Almeida. Almeida, the pass to connect to Bogdan, and he answers. With great hustle play, swung it to Marco, and Marco called up Bogdan for the 3, and he delivered. Back the other way, Alex tries to get something off the glass. Doesn't work, Almeida gets the read. Butler, Mustangs up by 1. Looking to blow the door down. Looking to kick the door down as Marco puts up a 3. Doesn't go, fighting for rebounds. They can't get it. Numbers the other way. Bayshore, easy lay in transition. Friedman wide open. Great effort by Butler. Back the other way, Liam. Dancing on Friedman. Friedman, not amused, strips the ball, unfazed, goes all the way, can't finish. Great steal again, runs right into that defender's chest and raises his arms. That's going to be the foul call. While we're in this transition, ladies and gentlemen, we have a bunch of special MTC students with us, and we also have some special students in general. We'd like to give them some big shout outs. Shout out to Adrian Maltz, Sophia Swim, DA, aka Dylan Aguilar, TJ Besterman, Micah Voss, and we also like to thank the MTC coordinator / instructor. I like to call him a doctor, almost like Dr. Dre, because they putting it together, you know. Miss Abby Plummer, who's also, from what I hear, the streets are talking. They say she does a little tennis on the side. That's what they saying. But we like to thank the whole MTC crew for coming out here. As they go into a timeout, we like to thank also our amazing students who helped bring this from Southeast High School, the SE TV team out there, Parth and Neelan. We'd like to thank them as well, coming out here to support. We appreciate everyone who helps put this broadcast together. As we come back to the game, the Bayshore Bruins. Oh, and we got to thank the truck team. Got to thank Carl. And we got to thank, look at that MTC shirt right there, represent. We got to thank Carl, man. You know, he's the unsung hero here. He's like the Mr. Miyagi and we're Daniel's son. He's putting it together behind the scenes. He's teaching us how to paint the fence. He's teaching us how to wash the car. And with all that, we get this amazing broadcast. So I'd like to thank everyone involved. And I'd like to thank them for having me here. I love it. Anyway, back to basketball. 53 Bruins, 50 Lakewood Ranch. What has been the tale? Why is this game so close? Well, it's been a lot of back and forth action. You've really seen the Mustangs heat up in the rebounding department with guys like Henry who came in and fought down low. And you also see guys fighting right now defensively, and they've picked up the pace tremendously. Attacking the basket a lot more, getting guys open on the three. They're able to really score here. As you see Barton open after that double team. Great rebound. We just talked about this. Marco leaving his mark on the game with that amazing rebound in the clutch, cutting his lead down to 1. Bayshore is going to find Hobson. Hobson going inside, using that shoulder, putting that shoulder to work. Doesn't go. Liam gets it, holds it, being smart with it. Can't get the good pass, he won't force it. Almeida's going to kick it back out to him. He's open. Oh, and he drops it in for the 3. The Mustangs growing some wings and looking to fly off, take off here with the game. As we see Friedman with a little head fake, tried to change the tempo, gets this, ooh. Almost got the steal on the back end, but they're gonna call the foul. Arm. Gonna be the one here to kick it out. Friedman gonna be guarded by Liam. He's looking to give it to Parm, and he does, guarded by Butler. Butler gets blown by Parm, punching his ticket for his Jelly Fam entry. What a fillet right there at the rim. Bringing it around the world and dropping it off the basket. Butler the other way, loses control. Parm gets the steal, kicks it out to Friedman. Looking and finishes over the top of the defender, Bogdan. And just like that, the Bruins have snatched the lead right back by 2. Liam coming back down, dancing, another steal for the Bruins, but they're gonna call it a kickball. So the Mustangs are gonna catch a break as they get possession of that one. Liam gonna inbound this one to Butler. 4 minutes and counting down. Butler looking to attack the basket, and he does, goes all the way. Doesn't get the call, gets the make. Tie game, 57-57, defenders all down. He uses that shoulder to get space and protect the ball, and lays it up with the right. Parm looking, blows by, gets the foul call. Butler caught reaching in the cookie jar. And so, Bayshore not in the bonus yet. Only 3 fouls on the board for the Mustangs. Gonna inbound this one from the sideline. They give it to Clemens. Clemens gives it to Parm. Parm attacks and gets absolutely swatted on his way in. As you see Butler riding his back, hand on the back while a player's driving. They're going to call it, especially when they fall forward. Arm break this tie and extend the lead. Gets the first to go. This is when these free throws, they matter all the time during the game, but in times like this with a close game, each free throw is now worth not just one, but it's worth like 2 or 3 at this point. One free throw could be the difference between you going home with the W or the L. Each possession matters, especially in high school with no shot clock. Marco gonna give it to Smith. Smith gonna get blasted there. Tries to drop it inside, another turnover. Parham goes all the way, jumps into the chest of Smith, flexes a little bit, and lays it up off the glass. 61 Bruins, 57 Lakewood Ranch. Dancing, Butler tries to go inside, hop steps, goes to his signature, his bread and butter, and he makes it go back the other way, wide open to Hobson down low. Doesn't take the shot. Kicks it out, gets picked out of the air. Marco looking, drops his shoulder, puts it up, can't go. Scramble for the rebound, fighting. Timeout called by Hobson on the floor as the Bruins narrowly escape with it. Some amazing back and forth action from both of these teams. One of the big things right now for Lakewood Ranch, the reason they're in this deficit is because they keep giving the ball up. Out of their 4 possessions, I believe that 3 of them have been turnovers. Turnovers that have led to easy transition buckets for this Bruins team. They got to slow the game down here. The game is one play at a time, one basket at a time. You don't need to get too fancy. The game's not. You don't need to make anything spectacular happen. The plays are going to develop themselves. Guys just got to move, get to the basket. Defenders are going to collapse in. People are going to be out of position. If you can score, finish. If you can't, kick it out to the open man. And the Bruins sauntering to the inbound spot. Kick to Friedman. Friedman coming down. Going to give it back to Parham, who's guarded by Butler. A matchup we've seen all game. He's dancing. Going to get by him. Gets to the open space, puts up the baseline. Jay doesn't go. Fouls Parham on his way to the basket. And that's only going to be the 2nd foul in this quarter for the Bruins. Butler going to give it to Liam. Liam gives it right back to Butler, who's guarded by Rebolt. He's going to attack. He sees a small defender on him. Kicks out to Liam, who's open in the corner. Doesn't go. A rebound by Almeida. Now a rebound by Smith, who 2 defenders tried to go to. Steps over the back court as all the Bruins stood up and pointed him out. Ratting him out immediately. Again, another turnover we're seeing here. Chances that time's running off the clock and not being able to put points on the board. Friedman with Liam on him, spins, gets open, fades away, gets that one blocked. Liam's gonna be able to save it to Smith. Liam coming back up the court, guarded by Friedman now. He's gonna swing it to Butler. Butler's gonna take his chance at the 3, misses. Smith tries to run inside. A foul's gonna be called. And it looks like they will be in the bonus with 5 fouls, so they're gonna get a chance at the line here. Not what the Mustangs wanna see, especially at this point in the game. The game is so close, you can't be giving up any free chances at points right now. With only 1:28 left. They're gonna have Anthony Matuti shoot these here. Knocks down the first one. First time we've seen Anthony at the line, I believe. And they're going to call a timeout as well. Right now we're seeing the Mustangs sell the game as they have occurred a few turnovers. If they could tighten up on the turnovers, they've been able to score at a very higher pace right now than the Bruins. once they get into their set. Right now, the Bruins have been killing them on turnover points and transition baskets. That shows how the Bruins are playing a very high pace, very intense defense and offense. Great shot of the Zebras meeting about something. But they're playing a very high and intense game, and that's what's led to the Bruins leading, because they get a steal, they go down. They're already a team known for passing. When everyone runs down the court, they have numbers, they're gonna make the right pass, they're gonna get the basket. It happens every single time. Again, Parm and Friedman really putting in a lot of work on seeing guys, using their eyes, the movement, using movement to move defenders and get guys open. And even guys like Anthony, you've seen him dump it off to Alex a couple times under the basket. And that's something this Bayshore team is not afraid to do, is pass the rock. There's no selfishness in them. Same with the Mustangs. When they started passing around, when Butler started going inside, getting in, he was able to find guys like Bogdan. He was able to find guys like Liam on the outside, ready to knock down the three. Butler going to get possession of the rock, guarded by Rebull, uses the screen. They get the switch. Butler kicks it out to Smith, who's wide open, ready for it. Doesn't knock it down, goes in and out. They're going to fight over it down low with Parm, and it's going to go out on the Mustangs, so the Bruins will maintain possession. Friedman bringing it up, guarded by Liam. Liam tried to use his hands to slow Friedman down, but that's going to lead to fouls and put Friedman on the line. That's something we've seen a lot too, this ISO ball. We've seen Parm, and we've definitely seen Friedman be able to kind of split a lot of double teams or split through two guys and blow past a guy. You can't have that. Guys have to be able to guard up at least one-on-one and not allow people who are known to get to the basket as easily. They have to be more resistance there. He's going to miss one. Going to put the game up by 3. Parm tried to come in and get the steal. Caused a lot of commotion. Is able to get it. Anthony picks it up, puts it in. Going to increase the lead by 5 now. They're going to give it to Almeida. Almeida is going to travel. Not really expecting the rock. Trying to turn around and pass it out. Another timeout called as we're at the 47.3 mark. The Mustangs, again, with a turnover that led to buckets, and this lead has been blown open in 6 points now. More than one basket will be needed to close the gap. And at least 3 will be needed, unless an and one is called, to take over the lead. The question of the day we ask is, what happens when 2 underdogs are put into a kennel or backed into a corner and have to fight? Well, that's when 2 dogs become lions. And right now at this moment, we're seeing 2 underdogs dig deep. In a battle that they had before, I believe that Lakewood Ranch took the W. So this is a little bit of revenge for the Bruins on this side. Bayshore going to be throwing this one out of bounds here. They give it to Parm, who's guarded by Butler, who makes a spectacular play, gets the steal, and puts up some quick points. They're setting the trap, and they set it on Anthony. They don't get the traveling violation they want, and they are not happy with the call of the ball going back towards the Bruins. The Mustangs looking to make a miracle happen, guarding up very tough. Looking to send a trap, and they do. Doesn't work. Tries to trap Ribble. He gets away. They're going to foul. sending Clemens to the line here. Reggie Clemens with the fate of the world on his shoulders wants to knock both of these down and really seal a dagger. Misses the first one. The game is still only up by 4. Clemens up in the air. Misses both, so the game is still only by 4, but they get the rebound. And they're going to foul again. Clemens missing both, but the Mustangs not grabbing the rebound the second time. So now they're going to send number 1, Caden Friedman, to the line, who hopefully looks to put up a 2 for 2 here. And they're going to sub in King Henry, Wes Henry, number 33 for Lakewood Ranch, a big man. I think the biggest man on the court, height-wise, and he's a big boy himself. Very strong kid down there. We saw him down low going to work, jumping over guys, really fighting for rebounds. So they need this at this point, especially if they miss the second. As they're in the double bonus, so they get to go 2 for 2. He misses the first. Gives some light here. Friedman must knock down the second one. And he does. 66-61. Mustangs down by 5. They're going to need to get a quick bucket here and potentially get a steal or foul. They're going to give it to Butler. Butler sprinting. Throws it behind his back. Gets the ball. Doesn't get it stripped away. Big 3 from Liam. He puts it up. Off the back iron. Ball goes the other way. Parm. 10 seconds and counting. Pulls the shot. I think the coach told him hold it. And with only 5.1 seconds, the coach is going to wave it off, telling his players to get back, and it looks like this will be the sealing moment here as the Mustangs are going to dribble out the rest of the clock. Butler takes a Hail Mary shot there, it doesn't go. And so the Bears coming in and taking down the Mustangs. The Bruins coming in and taking down the Mustangs here, 66-61. Been an amazing back and forth game of 2 underdogs, and now we see some revenge as well as the Bruins avenge their loss earlier in the season and now can, reasonably finish out the season with this W on their back. I don't believe they see the Mustangs again after this. Some notable players on both sides. Number 1, Caden Friedman, and number 3, Keyshawn Parm. 2 point guards going to work, whether it be getting inside or passing it out or shooting from the perimeter. They've really been a highlight on every part of this team, and don't even speak about them defensively. They were getting out there. If I was handing out DPOIs for the game, they'd definitely be sharing one. Lakewood Ranch, James Butler, Marco, really the whole team, great team ball from the Mustangs as they were able to fight and really put the game together and make it a lot closer than what it may have seemed at the end. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you for watching from home. We also appreciate everyone who's joined us, including our students who helped us from MTC and our normal students from SCTV who've helped us as well. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and until next time, we'll see you later. This has been MSTV Game of the Week.